Hi. Yes, today rather than do a film review, I thought I would talk about why I like film noir so much. Um, this is kind of interesting. I think a lot of people, if they were asked, a lot of authors certainly, if they were asked that question, they would say, well, it all started with, and they would pick an author, say Raymond Chandler or Ross MacDonald or Lawrence Block or who knows? There are so many to choose from. There are women, Margaret Millar, uh, Patricia Highsmith. I could go on. Sue Grafton. See, I could go on. Anyway, the point is, really, my love of film noir didn't start with movies or books. It started with television, when I think about it. Because as a child, I grew up watching a show called Honey West. Excuse me, I have a cold and I'm still recovering. Honey West was just awesome for her time. This was the early 60s. You did not see women on television doing this stuff that she was doing. She carried a gun. She was a private eye. She was single. She had a male assistant. It was a fantastic show. She also had an ocelot, a pet ocelot. That was fantastic. But if Honey West, well, unfortunately, she only lasted for one season. That was a disappointment, really. I was disappointed. And as much as I loved Jim Rockford and the Rockford Files, Mannix in Mannix, Joe Mannix, and whoever else I used to watch, I wanted to be them, and I wanted them to be female. So, but they weren't, and they certainly didn't act female. Anyway, but I was sort of saved when the Avengers came along later on. It's like I saw this woman played by Diana Rigg, Mrs. Peel, and I was just enamored of her. I mean, she was not only capable of fighting, she was smart, well read. She constantly had a book in her hand, drove a cool car, and had an awesome British accent on top of that. So, what can I say? I was just enamored of her. I wanted to be her. So, that's where my love of film noir really comes from, I think, from these strong women that I used to watch on TV. And when I started watching the movies like The Big Sleep and, whatever else, The Maltese Falcon, those movies just fed that desire to see more. And of course, there was Nancy Drew. I read Nancy Drew. I even tried to write a Nancy Drew novel when I was 8, 9, something like that. Did not get very far. But in any event, this is why I love film noir, because I grew up watching it. I saw it on television. I aspired to be these remarkable women. I don't know that I'm anywhere close to them. I don't know that anybody could be, but they were fantastic, and I loved them. And no, I think women can be equally as remarkable as those women. What am I saying? Gosh. All right, that's it then. That's why I love those movies. And I'll just keep reviewing them as I see them on TCM Noir Alley. Excuse me. And as I become, more aware of other movies or more aware of my feelings about old movies that I used to watch, because there are a lot of those that I haven't talked about. And some of them aren't film noir. Some of them are comedies. Some of them are parodies of film noir. So with that, I will just say thanks for listening, and I look forward to doing more reviews. Thanks. Talk to you later.